Alright everybody, welcome back to part 2 of today's stream. We're doing a late night run through of some extra quests and other bosses, along with some skilling on RS3. Just loading up our secondary account here. The primary alt is being loaded. Why don't we get another game tossed in tonight as well? I know we talked about doing that earlier and we did not. I do apologize for that. That is my bad. Had a bunch of stuff going on. And as always, if there is anything you guys want to see on the stream, just give me a shout out and let me know. Doesn't matter if it's a game, doesn't matter if it's a quest, doesn't matter if it's a challenge you want done. Always happy to appease those that support the stream and making sure that we are giving you the best content we can possibly make. Gonna go ahead and get a bunch of treasure keys here on the primary alt. Just gonna use the oddments we have collected to do so. What's up top? It has been a minute, my dude. You never came back earlier, and that really bugged everybody because we were like, dude, what happened to top? Well, you were on Minecraft, so that definitely is what happened. You know, let's not talk about it now, okay? But you definitely missed out on a bunch of quest completions. And oh my goodness, we just got another 50 mil prize tossed in on stream on our primary alt. That means the primary alt has gotten the max 250 collection as well as the 50 mil. That is amazing right there. We're going to claim that 50 mil immediately. That is incredible. No, I know. You were on the way back from the gym when your sister asked you to go do a run to the store, and then you said you were going to hit me back up when you got back from the store. Never heard back from you. But I did check up and see where you're at, and you were definitely on some gay craft with some people, and that's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you on that. Still, F you. You know I fucks with you. Nice, Master the Ganodermic. We're gonna backpack that because we're gonna disassemble the heck out of that. Let's take that huge one, beautiful. We can destroy that. We have collected almost every single monster mask in the game at this point without having to buy them directly from the vendor that sells them. And that is for anima as well. So let's go ahead and see if we can't speed some of this stuff up here. What do we need? Well, actually, if we just do the 3 huges and throw that into we'll use them all. Just say screw it and toss them all into crafting. See if that brings us closer. It absolutely did. We are very close to 108 crafting. Did you want to do some Call of Duty right now, my dude, or we can do something else? We can you can try out Pal World with me on my world and see how you like it. Since you had that installed, let me need my controller going either way. Open up my my menus here. I'll toss you a party invite here in just a sec here top. Spotify Music Podcast. You need some Jesus, my dude. You're outside. Oof, man. Alright, well, let me know if you get back inside. Invite has been sent. It's been nice to see people hitting up my stream on various different one of my channels and stuff. It's been really nice. We've had people hit up YouTube, people hit up Kick, people hit up Twitch, and even had our other stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna be on late, man. I'm gonna be up for quite a while now. I've had a huge amount of my time taken because of I got priorities with my sons, so I got to make sure I make up that time. I got more quests and stuff I have to get done. Well, I would like to get done tonight. Some more content. I'm on a timer in terms of getting the crafting done. This coming week, and I literally want to say, what, like Tuesday or Thursday? I can double check the schedule. There is a crafting update. The crafting update will add that new mage gear that I was talking about on stream before. That's at 110 crafting is the max that you need for it. So, I mean, technically 100 plus, so you can start doing it. Usually it's 103 is when you can start working your way towards stuff like that, but 110 is the requirement for all of it. So I'm just bum rushing the crafting to get that unlocked, kind of thing. I've been working on fletching as well because I never bothered with getting all the unlocks for the Masterwork fletching bow, even though it's one of the best in the game. I've recently started doing that, but the mage armor would be a huge boon for me in terms of a mage setup. So that's why I've been doing that. I need to make sure I have that. Not a huge fan of a lot of the other mage armor out there, and this is supposed to be a game changer. Same thing goes with the new boss fight coming out with the Amoskud boss coming out in about a week or so. When that drops, we're gonna want to make sure we have as much as possible done so we can start doing that boss and grinding it out. We're about to be at 3.9 bill. Not bad. Alright. Just under 270, about almost 260,000 more to hit 108. Slayer dummies. Won't be enough. Alrighty. 26. Alrighty. We're doing buyers and sellers from the adventure category. Sorry about that, guys. I'm over here trying to get some protein in me via some peanuts. Chief Thief Robin. It's on the outside left wall. I know everyone here was expecting it to be a girl. Peanuts. Shelled peanuts. It's good protein. Very quick. That's easy as heck. That irritable old man is the one inside the shack against the river. That's wild. He said the thoughts I'm entertaining about you. Dude, no way I clicked that far ahead, man. That was wild. Oh, that's right. That's Seamus's house. There we go. Just for funsies, I did extra logs. There it is, buyers and sellers. Quick completion. Nice. Alright, let me see what's mine is yours. Mining, smithing, 100 coins. The Gaphanon amulet. Access the Doric and Boric tasks. Gaffin amulet charges, mining experience, smithing experience, partially members. So I know it says outside the gates of Taverley. Closest port though is Valador. Their shack is just above the lodestone. Copper 210. Let's go to the Dwarven Mine first. Top, you back inside yet? Did you want to run something or what? There it is. Mine copper, mine tin, and we're good to go after that. Do you want to run something? I've been waiting on you to tell me if you want to run something or not, man. Let me see what's completed. That one's done. I'm going to go down to Port Sarum. I mean, I guess, man. Shit. Do you, man? I ain't gotta hold you. That one's done. Barrack is too. That was a living rock. Basically, if you're an in-game player, there's actually a location called the Living Rock Caverns. Basically, like a entry version of one of those. It's part of this quest. They drop the high quality ore that's required for this in the actual Living Rock Caverns. You can get the fastest gains for coal and gold in the game. The release basically nuked the value of all coal and gold in the game. Not a joke, because you can get like 5 at a time. Only one left, one mine. This here's like a mini quest that I'm doing. It's not exactly a mini quest. It does unlock a bunch of mini quests, but it's treated as mini quest because how quick it is in terms of its completion. Quests in this game aren't just mindless things to like hold your attention. They have lore and story attached to them, and then on top of all of that, they also have specific unlocks, whether it be a new area in the game, a special item that's required for like fast travel around the map, you know, things like that. Sometimes it's just a basic upgrade to something that you already have that's, you know, important. I'll have to explain to you at some point, but like there's these special drops in the game called clue scrolls, right? So there's a quest chain that has to be completed, and once you get to a specific quest in that quest chain, it one of the rewards you get is called the Karos Clue Carrier. It is a limitless pouch that can hold as many clue scrolls of every type that you can acquire, adding to the additional stack that you can get, you know, without any other bumps or buffs, or the God Book that allows you to get no limit to how many you want you can get as drops. There's the Cramulet, which is a special type of amulet that allows you to speak with ghosts, cats, camels, all kinds of creatures with their own dialogue. Some of them that are very important to other quests in the game. There's the sixth age ring or third age ring, whatever, sixth circuit ring or whatever, which has a number of useful teleports, including a teleport to the world gate, allowing you to leave Yelenor to go to various other worlds, including the homeworld of the elves. I mean, there's just, so many different things you can get, which is part of the reason I don't understand why people don't like questing in this game. It's one of the biggest drags for a lot of people is they just find it tedious when it's not. It's just, let me see what I need to make. Bronze dagger, bronze sword, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There's no way I have to. Got it. Okay, there we go. Man, Tom, if you ever watch me playing old school RuneScape, you'll see how the game was well before all of these changes to the game. I mean, the lodestone network was not established until a few years ago. So getting around, people either had to run or they had to have the teleport spell. I mean, I remember back in the day, people actually paid players to do the telly other Camelot spell. Yeah. I mean, old school RuneScape still has that in place where you have to either run there and your stamina runs out so fucking quick. Part of the reason they added the musicians to the game on RS3, where you can take a rest on them if you want to speed up the stamina comeback. Let me see who I have to talk to again. It is, yep, that's who I thought right here. So I mean, even this location where I'm at right now in OSRS does not exist. These are actually houses here and other things. They've shifted the maps, the locations. They've added hills and rock faces. They've changed pathways and added more tunnels and different things for various quests and fast travel points. They've really expanded the game to, make it easier for players to play and less grindy than what it used to be. Um, I mean, most players, yeah, and most players though still prefer the old school way of doing things. They do, and to me, it's crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I enjoy old school. I do, but it's nowhere near as fun for me as RS3. RS3 truly takes the cake. You know, I mean, and not every quest unlock is something like stupendous. Like the most recent quest they added to the game is the duck quest, which I did do earlier on stream today. And it literally allows you to create a duck speak potion for the quest, which knocks you straight out and turns you into a literal duck to go into Paddington. Sorry, Paddlington or whatever. It's a duck little city underneath a tree root, and it's kind of a cutesy little quest, you know, with an actual pet unlock if you go back to do the extra quest reward after you completed the quest, which is just collecting peas in the water. They little bubbles show up in the water while you're a duck, and you can dive under to grab them really quick. It's honestly, it's not the best thing they've added, but it's not the worst thing they've added. Squire. That's ours. I'm looking for Squire Serlin. Right here. That's what I thought it was. Not ready. I mean, they added the dummy system, which is something you get from keys in the game to help speed up player progression in terms of skills. They added the protein system from keys as well, which is what you see all the red food I get from those keys and stuff and different things like that. All of that gives you the best experience you can get for a skill and allows you to level up quickly. Well, originally they were going to, and that was something that was in the works for a while. But it looks like instead they just made a brand new game altogether, which is more likely coming to Xbox, and that would be the new RuneScape game that's on PC. It's part of the what is it? It's on Steam. So when the new console comes out, anything that you can play through Steam will be on Xbox, including that game. And that's like this, but better in terms of how it's played. You can build your own base, your cities, whatever, and then you can fight. There's an actual story to it. There's dungeons, you name it. So right here, this is a feature that's for this quest where you are choosing dialogue options to either create family conflict or to calm it. And the goal is to ideally calm it down so that father and son can make up. It's a nice additive to the game and is unique to this for the most part. Alrighty. Ornamental bronze plate body, bronze chain body, a shop sign, and I have to clear the basements. Nope, do not climb. All right, there's the plate body. Oh, absolutely, and dialogue options do matter in this game. They do. You choose the wrong option and you're forced to keep choosing until you get it right. It's part of a puzzle system using dialogue options. A lot of times you won't be able to progress a quest until you get correct dialogue options. But there is a dialogue answer for every option you can possibly choose. That's right, I gotta mine the rocks over here. There are some facets of the game that really have befuddled and been problematic for players. One big problem is the slowing of the smithing process in the game. So the smithing process in OSRS is you hit the hammer on the anvil with the item and it's crafted pretty quick, couple seconds. You're given a tick time in game, whereas with the current crafting system in RS3, it is a longer process that involves real mechanics like heating, where you have to keep using the heat forge to heat up the items in order to speed up the progress. You do have the option though to get double ticks, whereas OSRS, I don't believe you actually get double ticks as an option. I mean, and yeah, there are obviously items in the game that are really grindy to make because they require X amount of real life time. An example would be the hold up 1 second. The wrong person. I need to talk to Dork. There we go. The blessed flask is one of the most grindy items to craft in the game. There is a number of items that can only be mined once a day, and it takes X amount of days to get enough of them in order to create the materials for the blessed flask. On top of that, there's another item that requires a crazy amount of time to craft, because there's a specific way to craft it, and to buy it all would be really expensive. That would be the superfine sand. And I mean, it's one of those things where once you hit 99 and the available skills required to do it, and you have unlocked the areas and whatever to start grinding it out in multiple locations, which does speed up the process, you want to start doing that, because you don't get the ability to make the blessed flask until you are at 118 herb lore, which is one of my current goals for my primary alt. That's the top left screen, is to hit 118 herb lore, and I'm currently at 111. I'm 40 million experience away and change. but I'm almost done collecting all the materials to craft my first blast flask. Um, and it's a very important end game item, and you can make multiple of them. And it holds a incredible amount of potions to help you out. So it's important enough that it should take that amount of time. Now the same thing can be said for the old max pickaxe, the current max pickaxe, um, the the max hatchets. I mean, they do take time to acquire, but you're making stupid money in the process, which is helping you in other adventures in the game, other tasks that you want to get done for yourself, and ultimately, it's worth it. It is. I mean, it's quite enjoyable. Okay, that is 39. Smithing. Nice. One more, we can do adamant and gold. Alrighty, let's see. Wow. Okay, man. Go ahead, man. Appreciate you. Here we go. Okay. Good. Let's just go to the Grand Exchange. It's a faster teleport. We need to make sure we grab a rope anyway. There we go. We got a rope. ratio is Lumbridge. Alright, let's get our emotes going. Cry. Panic. Double agent. That's dark. Wow. That is the least menacing guy in the game. wild. Way to go, man. Nice. Alrighty, there we go. Let's quickly teleport to the Grand Exchange. Alrighty. Let's make sure we're still on the other game as well. I let that one slip away for a sec. Nice. Green Dragon Hide Body G, Magic Compass and Bow. Nice. In terms of wealth in the inventory, it's about 2 mil. I will take that any day of the week. There we go. Alrighty. Level 4 Hunter. There's all the levels for Pearls of Ice Mountain. There's our requirements with Hunter for the Cold War quest. $54K left until 108 crafting, guys. Let's get it. Nice. -12 for hunting. Let's quickly grab our combat dummies out of the bank. Yeah. And our unstable protein logs. There is 43 attack, 35 strength, and 27 constitution. We are now combat level 50. $20K away from 108. Hey, 42 defense. We can now use void armor. And 28 health for constitution. Nice. Combat level 51 has been reached. going to use all 750 unstable protein logs here and level this puppy up here as quickly as possible. We should be able to get relatively high with fire making off 750 of these guys. Alright, we are only a few more. 2 more. 1 more. There we go. Congratulations, everybody. We have reached 108 crafting. Heck yeah, live on stream. 2 more levels to go until we hit 110. Let's finish up this crafting here. 34 fire making over here. Fire making. Oh, he's in the same one that I'm in. He's Syndicate. Well, I'm this guy. more to go until we can go to the next tier. Shit. Bunch of unlocks. At 40 fire making. There we go, 40. We have enough for Olaf's Quest and Legacy of Sergei's. Last 3 unstable protein hides, and then we're done with those on the primary alt. There we go. Time to use the skill dummies. Current experience gain per hour for Slayer off of the dummy, we're looking at a day. If we had enough of these Slayer dummies, we could, in about 24 hours or so, give or take, hit level 120. Which is impressive, no matter how you look at it, but we're going to be doing a bunch of slaying another day to complete the Slayer logs. There's also achievements we have to complete with that. The first one we're going to be going after is Famous, which means we need to go do several bosses anyway to get that title unlocked for the Completionist Cape. That's It's 42 fire making. There we go. We have that for Swan Song now. Alrighty, let's go see the Brethren in Port Sarum. I mean, they go around and complete these 3. There's only one left after them that needs to be done, but that requires a higher level of farming that I have yet to acquire. It's 114 in farming. About 38 mil from where we are right now. There we go, 38K. That's that one. The next is on Karamja. Everybody. There's our next spirit tree. We're going to check the health of this one. It should be fine. That's another 38K. And finally, we're going to use the Luck of the Dwarves to travel to Miscellanea. We have to get our rep back up. I'll have to pay to do that. Not a big deal. Not a huge loss. We're going to go ahead and collect our reward. That's another key. Let's use that up. Let's check the health of the avocado here. Pick from it. There we go. Teleport. There's only one tree missing at this point. Primal fruit pulp. Interesting. That's how you make primal extract. Okay. Let's pull out the avocados and crush them all. There we go. Hmm. Nice. 46. 45 is for an Akra's Lament, and I have all the levels now for all fired up, which is very important. Just gonna keep on going here, getting fire making up. I apologize for being so quiet for a little bit there, everybody. Just take care of some other stuff on stream here. Well, I'll need about the same amount I just bought in terms of vials. Which, about 100 of them. Since we're making about where's that? 20 of them. At a time here. So from here, everybody, we're going to be working on doing the court cases as we get the scrolls from the caskets. We'll buy some more caskets as we need them. I believe right now we're about like maybe 10 or less than 10 off, maybe 8. There we go. Rubies and sapphires will get deconstructed for materials here, and then cut emeralds will be banked. There's our next core summons. let's head over to Sears Village. That is where the courthouse is located. And yes, we are 8 away from completion with 8 completed already. So halfway, 50% marker. 2 more court cases get completed and we will get the next reward. All 16 get completed and we get the final reward, as well as the completion log for that in terms of the completion escape. So this is the Rick Turpentine case. Which means we're going to quickly do this. No. Oh wait, the wrong one. We're gonna go ahead again. We normally do prosecution. This time we're gonna do defense. Okay, so Oliver, let's go grab the stuff out of the filing cabinet, and then we're gonna go and order what we need to do here. So we got here the culprit is Rick Turpentine. Yeah, Rick Turpentine is matching fingerprints. Let's go through each of the conversational pieces. Pretty typical. And then we're gonna go and make sure we talk to Rick. The attack. Wealth distribution. Oops, we forgot to go through the last one. 3. And just go ahead and finish it off. Finish up with Oliver. And then we're good to go for the actual court case. Let's go ahead and go downstairs. We are at 49 fire making, which is a requirement for lunar diplomacy. Tiers of Gothics, we have all the levels for that now, and we have Summer's End as well. Typically I prefer being the prosecutor, not the defender, but we kind of messed up on the selection process here. Oof. Alrighty. We're gonna present the fingerprint. The gold watch. Now the crossbow. The face mask. I'm gonna call in Rick Turpentine. The attack. Call in Richard Manny, ask him about his business. Next, we're going to call in the final witness, Oliver B. Guard. We're going to ask him to talk about the defendant, Rick Turpentine. And we're going to go ahead and appeal to the shady individual in terms of the jury. And this should say he's not guilty. There we go. That means we won the court case. And now the clerk will have a reward for us. Combat lamp, a mystery box, and 3 uncut rubies. Again, we're going to use this on herb lore, like we've been typically doing. I'll keep all that in the inventory for the moment. And now we're going to go right to the bank across the street and continue on with this. We have hit 51 fire making, which is a desert treasures requirement as well as a first resort. Still 477 logs to go. Not bad, not bad. Alrighty, let's start working on these caskets again. Wow, that was a very quick one to hit. And this is Barbarians versus Wizards, a classic. So we're going to go ahead and prosecute again. This is our typical strat here for this, rather than be on the defense. So we're going to need to teleport to speak with Baba Yaga. Which is an optional one to do. First, we're going to talk to the wizard and go through all of the dialogue options. we go. Next is the Barbarian. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and go to the Fremnik province just north of here and do both of the optional questionnaires for this one just to get it done. Strength things our case, it's part of it. You don't have to do it. I prefer. So we're going to speak to the Bard, and then we're going to go and speak to Baba Yaga. All out the Bard is obviously right here, so it's a good teleport to come to him first. Just bypassing a lot of the dialogue here. We've done this before. We're just trying to get through it to get it done for the achievements. I believe the lunar one is over here. Yeah, that's miscellanea. Let's see which one's which. That's needs and knots. That's Pirates Cove. Lunar Island. Is that the one over here? Just gonna quickly head to the Masters Guild and use our lunar teleport from the Wicked Hood. Let's make sure we have that there. Activate that. Astral, or is it the other one? Yep, it was Astral. Now we just have to go and talk to Baba Yaga. And then go to the Mage Training Arena. with that one done, there's only one more optional to do. And that one is from Al Kharad to get into the Mage Training Arena area where the Guardian is located. Mage Training Arena is due north of our current position, towards where the Agility Arena is now, to the right. It's where the old Duel Arena once stood, before that was demolished and this ruin was put up instead, where we could train various skills and just get our stuff up between agility and hunter and herb lore and farming, stuff like that. You just got a bunch of stuff up over here. There's actually a place we have to go at different dates to get the remaining what's it called, spell unlocked, and then get a few other achievements done as well. Alrighty, now we can head back to Sears Village and finish up the court case. Let's finish this up. Hey, look at that, 53 fire making. Yeah, first things first, let's call the Barbarian. And let's ask her why they invaded the mainland. Let's call the Wizard. What was the result of the invasion? We're going to appeal to the Wizard. There we go. We succeeded yet again. We can now go and collect our next reward. Yep, we now have the Barrister Top. His final reward is the Mallet and the title. There's our 20,000 experience combat lamp imagery box with the law runes and 10 Dagonoth hides. Wow. Got 16 black dragon hides. Very nice. 20,000 into herb lore. Beautiful. We are officially 10 out of 16. We just need 6 more to complete our run through. Let's go ahead and pull all that. Put this back in here. Go. There we go. We got our next one done. We're making some pretty good time here in terms of this. This is the drunken dwarf versus the people. Another very simple one to get done. We're going to go right ahead to prosecute him again. Open up the filing cabinet. Pull out the materials. Okay. There we go. Let's go right into the court case. There's no preliminary stuff to do. Just simply getting it done. Alrighty. First things first, let's present the fingerprints. Beer glass. The victim. And then ask him about the attack. Pretty simple. And let's appeal to the young woman. There we go, we won that court case. Pretty quick, pretty easy. Let's go ahead and head right out That is a 11 of 16 completed. Awesome. Other mystery boxes. We got 60 magic logs, 5k experience tossed into that. Go ahead and eat that kebab. Okay, all the caskets. There's our next one. That'll be 12 out of 16. Oof. Let's finish up with all these gems. Put the key piece in the bank. And move on to our 12th case. Now this case is going to be the mime versus the people. Very nice. Love it. Nothing like good old mime against people. We're going to go ahead and prosecute yet again. Go to the filing cabinet. Pull out our materials. And basically, we're going to go right ahead and hit that. We're going to interview the mime. We went looking for a party. Is the first one. Went to a party and saw a pretty girl. You asked her to dance and she agreed. Her boyfriend showed up. You taunted the boyfriend and he got really angry. You got knocked out and don't remember. There you go. Now we're just gonna go straight to trial and tear right through this. This will complete 12 of 16, leaving 4 remaining. '56 fire making, nice in power need, absolutely. I'm gonna call the mime. The arresting officer is next. And we're going to ask him about the mime. So bow, dance, and then raspberry. Finishing it up with angry. should get guilty, which means we won the case. There we go. Unlock the fainting emote. The 9K for herb lore. There's our next court summon. This court summon's gonna be about the Schism versus Draenor Village. We're going to prosecute. Grab our items here. That's Miss Schisms. Alrighty. Next, we're going to go to Draenor Village and talk to the bank guard and then Morgan, and then head back here and continue the court case proceedings as quickly as possible. We have hit 57 fire making. So let's talk to Morgan first, since he is closer than the bank guard. Morgan is located right over here. There we go. Only one more chat option now. Alright. We have gotten that done. All that's left is the bank guard. And here he is now. One more to go. Now we go back to Sears Village. we're going to go ahead and start fleshing the unstable proteins. I mean, we could easily hit 20 fire make, 20, but 60 fire making. We're going to stop where we are now and rotate over and just get our fletching up as quickly as possible as well. All ready for quartz. Here we go. First off is the leaflet. Support of a pointless cause is the proper answer. We're going to skip the fingerprints altogether. And we're going to summon Miss Schism. And ask her about the bank robbery. We're going to call another witness. The bank guard this time. And just kind of quickly ask him about how Miss Schism, which is question 1 or choice 1. Finally, we're gonna hit that's all for now. Talk to the judge once more. Call our final witness, which is going to be Morgan. And then say what slanderous things has Miss Schism said, and just quickly go through those dialogue options. Boom, 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 boom. Speak to the judge one final time. Select option 4 and summarize the case, directing it to the shady individual. Bypass all of the defense conversational pieces, as none of it is important for us. We're just trying to get that guilty verdict, which we should see in just a moment. 3, 2, 1, guilty. There we go. That's another one done. That is 13 out of 16. Only 3 more to go. Now the requirement for the completion of that one is love story. We also got a humble pie, mystery box, and a lamp for wow, humble pie. That is hilarious. We're gonna put that into herblore. Take the pie dish and deconstruct that. Put the 9K into herblore again. Open the mystery box, and we got 4 uncut dragon stone. Very nice indeed. Luckily, we do have a bank spot for that. Let's try to get our next ones. There it is. You'll notice that I stop every time the court summons is acquired. This is Ernest versus Professor Ottenstein. We're going to go ahead and prosecute again. Opening up the filing cabinet. first things first. So we're going to use the magnifying glass on the sack. And let's match that to Ernest. It is not. It is Ava. No. There it is, Professor Oddentine. We're going to now end the viewing here, and we're going to go grab our conversational pieces now. Ernest is located right here. Wrong thing to ask about. Laboratory. The chicken incidents as well. Oops, I keep on going back to that. Yeah. So it is the laboratory one. Next, we're going to go to Professor Ottenstein. We're going to ask him about his machine. Let's do both of the incidents here. Both of them are located outside Draenor Manor. Veronica and Ava need to be talked to. And then we can teleport back here and complete the quest. Or the court case. There's Veronica. And we're going to ask her about all of our chat options really quick. I believe the other one is just the chicken incidents. Ava is located inside the manor. Eva is upstairs. No, Ava's not upstairs. There she is. My bad. Ava's over here. Let's use the candle. have been logged out. Let's relog back in. The chicken incident. Now that we have completed that, we can simply teleport back out of here to Sears Village. Fleshing is now 19. Ready for court now. First things first, present evidence, fingerprints. Oops, hold up. Forgot to use the magnifying glass on the machine. Good thing we exited before we botched the case. Fingerprints first. Then the machine. His top secret project. And of course, we need to exit again. We forgot to use the magnifying glass on the feather. Let's try this one last time. We go, fingerprints. Top secret project. Feather. Feather was found on the defendants. Weinstein is first. Let's talk about his machine. There we go. Let's call a witness. Next is going to be Ernest. Once we have Ernest, we're going to talk about that right there. So it's option 2 and then 1. It's laboratory and then 1. We're going to call Ava to the stand now. And talk about the chicken incident. And then ask her if she saw a chicken. Next, we're going to talk to the judge and summarize the case and appeal to the young woman. Sorry about that, everybody. Just turning the mic a little bit. We are now 25 fletching. Very nice. That's one of the requirements for the permanent trials. Allows us big oak. Willow wood box. We should get guilty. There we go, we got guilty. Heck yeah. That is 13. Sorry, 14. There's only 2 left now. That's 10k experience, mystery box, 100 feathers, 15 red feathers, 15 yellow feathers, 15 blue feathers, and 20 raw bird meat. That's a beautiful reward right there. We should have more than enough to get the last ones we need done. There it is. Only one more court summons remains after this one. Now, before we talk to the clerk, let's read the scroll. Party Pete versus his neighbors. We're going to go ahead and prosecute again. Nice. should have everything this time within the orb completed. All that's left is to do the interview process with all 3 people inside this location. Wow. Party Pete has always been one of the lamest dudes in all of RS3. Still extremely fun to go to drop parties located at his location. It's just a classic memory. There we go. That is all of the 3 interviews that are necessary for this case, and we are ready now. First one. Bat in the box is next. The volume was definitely too high. Asking him about the noise, because he is the one that has been complaining about it. Gonna bring in Party Pete now. Okay. And now we're going to call in the last of our witnesses, Megan, the barmaid. And ask about the noise. We're going to direct it to the elderly citizen. There we go. Let's finish this up and get that guilty plea. There we go. There's only one more court case left for us to complete. and a rainbow afro. There we go. And the 9K for Herblore. And the 9K for Herblore, we got 30 mahogany planks. Very nice. It's a good GP gain so far. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and try to get the last one. There it is. That is the last court case we need, or court summons, I mean. Let's get these sapphires out of the way. Put that down there. Let's make sure we are not getting logged out. And now this last court summons here is here's Evil Twin versus Good Twin. It has been a long time since I've done this one. And we have also reached 31 fletching. We need to hit 35 fletching. Hopefully we have enough to do that with our current unstable protein logs. We're going to prosecute them. Read through the reports. Case 1. Case 2. Case 2. We're going to interview Molly first. And go through all of her chat options really quick. Now we're going to go to her sister. The twin mix-up. Evil tendency. The arrest. And now the arresting officer. Let's go through all of his chat options, getting all of the evidence we need. And now let's go do the court case and finish this up. This will be 16 of 16 total court cases, effectively completing the achievements. This is one of those achievements that a lot of players find to be very tedious and trying. Again, a lot of them don't want to wait to buy caskets every 3-4 hours, whatever, from the GEs. We're going to present the fingerprint. We're going to bring Molly and ask her about her evilness. Next, we're going to talk to the judge and call in her sister, Mora, or Moria, or whatever her name is. And we're going to go ahead and do the twin mix-up. Next, we're going to go ahead and talk to the judge again, get his witness call here, and do the arresting officer to finalize the case here with the twin mix-up as well. Next, we're going to appeal to the cook. Personally, I think appealing to the cook is a really weird choice here, but hey, sometimes they gotta throw you off. We should get guilty. There it is. We have officially gotten all 16 court cases done with us completing it successfully. There we go. Claim the gavel and the detective title. And now we have our final rewards. 6,500 for that, and a mystery box with 100 U-logs. Go ahead and note the caskets. I'm going to go ahead and destroy all this just to save bank space. Alrighty. Let's head off to the Grand Exchange. We've hit 34 in terms of fletching. Pretty close to hitting 35. If we're getting 101.2, we will be just shy of 35 fletching. Let's go ahead and sell the Dagonoth hides. The raw monkfish. Grimy cadentine. The feathers. drop the blue feathers. There we go. Let's get our cooking up on this account now. We have 300 pieces of meat. Forgotten Tale of a Drunken Dwarf has been acquired in terms of the cooking level requirements. Very nice. Alrighty. Let's start refining junk here again. We have all the levels we need for recipe for disaster for Evil Dave. Nice. There we go, 28 cooking. Okay. 32 cooking. 30 cooking is one of the requirements for big chompy bird hunting. We have all the levels we need for Taiwano Trio. 30 cooking is one of the requirements for Beneath Cursed Tides. 30 cooking is one of the requirements for Evil Dave's Big Day Out. We have all the levels we need for a recipe for disaster, freeing Pirate Pete. And we have all the levels we need now for Chef's Assistant as well. Nice. We're making good time here in terms of levels, getting stuff done. $35 cooking is required for Missing My Mummy. $37 is a big one for the stop burning for a lot of food. You'll get to see it here in just a moment. Still working on crafting over here now that we got that other achievement done. We're doing Royal Dragon leather and turning it into Royal Dragon hide bodies. We're going to be turning all that into straight up money once we make a certain amount of them. We're just going to go ahead and bring it to the guild. And then, yeah, the Invention Guild. Just to clarify. We have just over 8K total, not less than 8K total Royal Dragon leather. There's 37, Blueberry Special, Stop Burning Sardine, Bread, Pita Bread, Toad Crunchies, Spicy Crunchies, Worm Crunchies, Chocolate Chip Crunchies, Fruit Bata, Toad Bata, Worm Bata, Vegetable Bata, Cheese and Tomato Bata, Worm Whole, Vegetable Bowl, Tangled Toad Legs, Chocolate Bomb, and Vanilla Cheesecake can now be made. 38, however, gives us Cave Eel and Butter. There's 39 cooking. Dragon bitter, baked potato with butter, and flatfish and etiquette potato and Damon Heem. $40 cooking is allow us to cook lobster, cake, tangled toad legs, short finned eel, and Damon Heem. We'll stop burning, only wrap on a range. We'll be able to cook or make chocolate cream cheese. The requirement for such is the chef's assistant quest. There we go, 40. We now have all the levels we need for the recipe of disaster, freeing the Lumbridge Sage. There's 41. We now have all of the levels we need for a recipe for disaster freeing scratch unglagui. Sorry, I'm a little tongue tied. Pretty tired right now. Apologize if my speech is a little bit off right now. There we go, 42. and short fin potato in Damon which is wild to me. 44 cooking right there. There we go, 45 cooking, swordfish, meat pizza. We stopped burning mackerel now, red berry pies, and we can now make strawberry cream cheese after the chef's assistant. Yeah. 1 second. Hi everybody, I'm back on mic. We'll be ending the stream here shortly. I gotta make sure I'm there for my sons. I do appreciate everyone that has been watching the stream, that has been contributing and supporting us. A little bit late. Thought process is a little bit lacking at the moment. I do apologize. We're almost to our nightly quota for the Royal Dragonhide bodies. That is my sons getting all fussy because they're being changed. They are two prim and proper boys that do not like to be indecent at any given point in time. We should be able to reach 48 before we run out of protein lobsters. Alrighty, 250 is the required quota, so we are on the last batch before we end the stream here, roughly with the same timing for this protein meat. Might as well just do a few more while we wait, because about 15 seconds per stack of 9 for the Royal Dragon bodies. There we go, 48 cooking. Cheese, stop burning spider, stop burning scrambled egg, topping ingredients. And we're on the last 11. One more sets can be done. Eight more protein logs. We can do another set after this. Logs, but lobs or lobbies, depending on which era you're from for RS3, RS2, or RS1. 7 seconds. We are officially done with our crafting for today. Tomorrow we'll be back on it. Tomorrow is Sunday, or technically now is Sunday. This is Supporters Choice Day. That means if you support the stream and you have a request for content or a game or something you would like to do with me on stream, please make sure that you notify me via a message or just simply pop into the stream itself and drop a little comment in the chat box saying, hey, I'd like you to play so-and-so a game, I'd like you to do this content here, I'd like you to show me how to do this. Whatever is your fancy, we'll make sure we get it done today on our next stream. With that being said, make sure you drop the follow, subscribe to the channel to support and continue to get more content, keep us going for a while. Appreciate all of you. Have a good night.